These are 3 hard-earned jewels that'll save you blood, sweat, and tears. We have to learn them the long way. You don't have to.
1, 2.
It's 3 the hard way.
I was working on a campaign, and this was a 360 campaign, so everything digital, broadcast, the whole nine. And we had a concept, the way that the banner ads were going to work, it was a full screen takeover, right? And we wanted our talent to run across the screen, right? And so my idea was we need to shoot this on a blue screen and put them on treadmills. The production house decided, no, we don't need to put them on that. We'll just have them run across the blue screen. Now, the problem with that is when you go to animate them on a screen, screens can be multiple sizes width-wise. So it's not like just one video that you can just scale and the animation will happen however you want. The way that I saw it was you need to program them on a running loop, and then you can just slide them across the screen endlessly so that it looks like they're actually running across the screen. And I was like, look, I think we really need to put them on treadmills. Production house was like, no, we got this, we know. They'd worked on some major big productions. This was my first big multi-million-dollar campaign. And so I took a step back and I was like, okay, well, they must know what they're talking about. And when we got to the set, I was looking at it and I was like, this isn't gonna work. I still didn't say anything. Ultimately, we had to kill that idea, that execution, because it wasn't built the way that it was supposed to. So for me, that was a really big mistake, because I think it would have been a really, really great way to push the client forward, but it just didn't work out. And I think had I spoken up, kind of put my foot down a little bit more, I learned sometimes just because they've been doing it for a long time doesn't mean that they know better. I knew what the technology was. I knew how to actually make that happen. So I should have spoken up. I think people should stay patient. I think listen a little bit more, or if they're going to try to add to the conversation, be very intentional and think about the value of what they're adding to the conversation. I don't believe that you have to be saying something to be part of the conversation. I've seen situations where people get penalized because they're in a meeting and they didn't say anything in the meeting. Sometimes they just need to listen, and some folks process better away from everybody else as opposed to with the spotlight on them. I think you can make an impact in the meeting, or you can make an impact later on. The meeting's over, you sat back, thought about it, and you sent an email out to everybody. Thanks for the meeting. I had a quick question. What if da-da-da-da-da? Is this possible? That's still making an impact, it doesn't have to be right there on the spot. I don't know if it was stressful as much as disappointing. It was more nobody else on my side knew how to solve this problem. I was the only one that knew, hey, they're not doing it the right way, and so nobody could support me. And so it was just kind of if I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna have to fight this on my own and die on this sword by myself. And so if I would have pushed, I think it would have happened. I had a ton of influence, but I would have had to have been very assertive about it. No, they don't know what they're doing. But because they had their experience, I was okay, well, I'm gonna go along. They must know something that I don't know. And that wasn't the case. It's very tough to try to make that kind of decision or take that kind of stance when you're inexperienced. It just felt I'm not trying to go against the production company like that. Just didn't feel comfortable or confident enough. But in hindsight, I should have. If I was to do it again, I definitely would. I would have stood my ground and made sure it was done correctly.
1,